Thank you for subscribing to this channel. This is a Reading Part C practice video.
The correct option according to the paragraph is A. How geographical variation contributes to outbreaks. The paragraph discusses how overall vaccine coverage rates in Australia are high enough to control the spread of many infectious diseases. However, there is considerable geographic variation in vaccine coverage rates, with some communities having vaccination levels of less than 85%. The paragraph emphasizes that in these communities, the necessary conditions for herd immunity may not be met, making localized outbreaks possible among the unvaccinated and those for whom vaccination did not provide full protection. The example of a large measles outbreak in Orthodox Protestant communities in the Netherlands, despite high national measles vaccine uptake, is also cited to illustrate this point. Option B, differences in global vaccination guidelines, is incorrect because there is no mention of global vaccination guidelines in the paragraph. Option C, the influence of religious beliefs on vaccination, is partially correct as it is mentioned that the large measles outbreak in the Netherlands was among Orthodox Protestant communities who were opposed to vaccination. However, the paragraph's emphasis is on the potential for localized outbreaks in communities with low vaccine coverage, regardless of the reason for vaccine hesitancy. Option D, enforcing high vaccine coverage rates, is also incorrect as the paragraph does not suggest any specific measures to enforce high vaccine coverage rates but highlights the potential consequences of low vaccine coverage rates.
Let's look at the next question.
The correct option according to the paragraph is C, to reinforce a previous point. The paragraph begins by stating that overall vaccine coverage rates in Australia are high enough to control the spread of many infectious diseases but shows considerable geographic variation. It then goes on to mention how Australia's national immunisation strategy specifically focuses on achieving high vaccine uptake within small geographic areas, which reinforces the previous point about the importance of achieving high vaccine coverage rates in all communities, not just a national average. This highlights the efforts made by Australia to address geographic variation in vaccine coverage rates and ensure herd immunity in all communities. Option A, to serve as a counter-argument, is incorrect as there is no previous argument in the paragraph that the national immunisation strategy is countering. Option B, to engage Australian readers, is also incorrect as the paragraph provides information relevant to anyone interested in vaccination, not just Australian readers. Option D, to introduce a new topic, is also incorrect as the paragraph mentions the national immunization strategy in the context of reinforcing a previous point about the importance of achieving high vaccine coverage rates in all communities.
Let's look at the next question.
According to the paragraph, option B is correct. Many factors contribute to undervaccination. The paragraph states that while the media has emphasized the issue of parents who choose not to vaccinate their children, only a small fraction of children are accounted for by registered conscientious objectors. Other factors associated with undervaccination include low levels of social contact, large family size, and not using formal childcare. Option A is incorrect because although the media is mentioned in the first sentence, the paragraph emphasizes the small proportion of children accounted for by conscientious objectors and the other factors associated with undervaccination. Option C is incorrect because the paragraph states that parental objections account for only a small fraction of unvaccinated children. Option D is incorrect because although the paragraph mentions that the number of registered conscientious objectors to vaccination has increased slightly over time, it emphasizes that these account for only a small fraction of children and does not provide information on the overall trend of conscientious objection. To quote a sentence from the paragraph that supports option B, other factors associated with undervaccination included low levels of social contact, large family size, and not using formal childcare. This sentence indicates that multiple factors contribute to undervaccination, beyond just parental objections. Option C is the correct answer. In the final paragraph, the writer highlights the importance of identifying and addressing the barriers that prevent children from being vaccinated to ensure herd immunity and protect all children from preventable diseases. This is evident in the following sentence. It's equally important the other barriers that prevent children from being vaccinated are identified, understood, and addressed. Option A is incorrect because although the importance of community confidence in vaccination is mentioned in the paragraph, it is not the main focus. Option B is also incorrect because while tailoring services to meet the needs of all parents is mentioned, it is not the main focus of the paragraph. Option D is incorrect because the paragraph does not discuss different kinds of preventable diseases that need to be overcome, but rather the importance of identifying and addressing barriers to vaccination.